Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I only wish... Life could be as leisurely as this, a little more... Often. How greedy of me.
Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
Come a little closer.
Freeze!
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy. Let's spot
Cool it!
Look at you!
Freeze!
Rain outlines your fate.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen.
Rain cutter.
Dodge this!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Oh, so sorry.
No, my sword! Ring cutter! A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
No rest. Cool it! Ha! This moment will be frozen.
No one escapes my sight! I summon thee!
As you wish, main Fräulein. No rest for the wicked.
I summon thee!
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this!
Oz, reveal thyself! Time to go! Don't be scared. Nice and spicy. Your toast. Witness the power. Dodge over.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Hey, go away!
The tides beckon. Silence! Be sanctified. Justice is blood. Settle down! The tides beckon.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Yep, here's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then. Oh, come on, this place... Oh, remember that detective story Paimon read before? Paimon didn't expect that style at all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh?
A blonde Traveler and a chatty little fairy. Whew, looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon...
It's an honor to meet you.
Nivelette? He wants to see us again already?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Neuvillette in person. Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few...
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made save the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need—
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like— The situation is this. It has come to my attention that the Snezhnayan harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. It's like a fight.
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your—
It was just an analogy.
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem now.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro-Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina? Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, to make this tea party—
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also—
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding Child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would— So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine, and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. Okay. Why don't we back up? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meropide to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request.
The fortress of Meropide has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have...
The knave showed up already? Well, Lenny did say that Father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me?
So maybe that's not very...
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meropide. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before?
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meropide and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time!
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature...
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted... The fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as all we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security. But we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a
Oh! Paimon gets it now! That's why you need us to conduct a...
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems...
You two have my sincere thanks. We will rendezvous at the fortress of Meropide's entrance on Irenaeus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange...
Prepared ourselves?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside...
Oh, right! On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of... You will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the...
Now that's more like it!
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my...
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
I'll have that, and that! Oh, and one of those two! Ooh, and no Fanta, thank you! That cake was pretty good. Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been... but...
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the...
Hey!
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some... calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now.
You...
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meropide. You didn't commit a crime, did you?
No way! We would never! We're just going there to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a secret!
Huh?
Oh, you mean Paimon really did something that serious? Sorry.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Meropide, would you be...
About that...
Oh, it's nothing difficult. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke. On top of that, the fortress... Oh, if I could write an
You me?
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it.
All right, you got...
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
Oh, Paimon's so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret. Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Meropide from Araneus. Careful. You may want to step...
Whoa! So you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the Fortress of Meropide is naturally the perfect place to confine. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may... Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Writhsley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that...
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation. The Duke rarely ever leaves the Fortress of Meropide, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not All right. It's about...
Don't worry, we won't...
Good.
I'm here.
Like we would...
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of Meropide.
underwater now? Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood. Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts. I suppose he was concerned. Well, have you...
Even if I did smile...
Oh, she's got...
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Moret will guide you through the remaining procedures.
Yep. I'll take... Okay, let me see. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
That would be us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence...
Huh? Wait!
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of causing... And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, now I've seen everything. Please stand in front of the board over there.
Oh, all right. But be...
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to cherish this opportunity for rebirth.
Huh? Rebirth?
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Oh, okay.
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names.
So, are you one of the guards? Did Paimon...
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me? This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Credit coupon?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But Nekmora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meropide. Desires? Fulfill.
So, credit...
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, no matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you... Everyone starts... I guess that's the real purpose. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world.
Oh.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take... After being away from the sunlight... Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Why aren't you answering?
I've told you enough for free. Any more?
So all you care about is Mora!
Almost there. It's down through here.
So, we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad. Yeah. So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of... Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts. Oh, right. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon!
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but... you wouldn't have happened to anger us. Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so... you just go on over...
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, when I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardamex come and wait in formation.
Wait! You know about our connection with...
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today.
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. How great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meropide had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
My profuse apologies.
So this is the Duke.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you were satisfied? Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that fate will reward all those who take every aspect of their work in life seriously. When you return to your...
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't...
Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meropide. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon no wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminal... Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves in this underwater world, But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the fortress... Now, we've arrived at a very important place. The Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim one welfare meal each day.
Welfare meal? You mean...
That's right. Criminals are essential to fortress operations, so you must guarantee that they at least have the base...
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost your reward coupon for fish like you who just arrived with nothing. You have to go to... It was only after His Grace became the Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even...
In the Fortress of Meropide, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could eat... So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should say that everyone's hard work has improved the living conditions in the fortress.
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is... Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be...
Right! Oh, wait, no. We should have dropped our guards...
Let's continue this way. This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way, nobody will get involved unless they want to be.
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra coupon?
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
So, did...
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. Do you mind?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you interested in how to manage a pancration ring?
Oh, no.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for
Oh, you hear that? Paimon...
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
Your Grace. Good morning.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's best to keep it.
Jeez, that guy's so...
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meropide, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or the sleeping areas.
The production zone? What does it...
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons. If you have other skills, you can skip your shifts to earn them in other ways.
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place? And you're just telling us to our faces that it's okay to...
The fact that the Fortress of Meropide has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that most people are willing to work honestly and earn a stable income. As for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate from our workshop. Therefore, the Fortress of Meropide is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences, but also a giant machine factory. There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
You really scared me there. I didn't
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Oh?
It's nothing. Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time like this?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. But thank you for your concern, Sigewin.
Oh, then you must be here for those two.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sigewin here is the Fortress of Meropide's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by myself down here.
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you can...
Oh, then these two must be some important convicts.
Thank you. Your
Oh, so the tour part is open?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you just ask if you have any questions?
Well, this is our first time here.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal.
You should at least try to be excited. Our free meals are actually...
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes.
What do you think of— Wow! It looks delicious! Oh, isn't that—
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey, so you didn't have to draw lots like everyone else.
Oh, you mean— Yes, what you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's a distasteful little game that Chef Walsey likes to play here. Paimon knew it! Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? I've been wondering— He seems healthy no matter how you look at it.
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop work.
Oh, that's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news of—
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
But isn't the Fortress of Meropide independent from Fontaine's court system?
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Neuvillette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless. In light of that, I am quite willing to go out of my way to show respect and accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Neuvillette. But unfortunately, I can only do so until the end of this meeting. After this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life...
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
Traveler and Paimon, right? Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
Whew. So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! By the way, Traveler, even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, we are criminals, and Paimon did eat Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon over— Yeah, maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on—" Yeah, you're right. So, we at least need to try. You mean— Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Lynn. We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison! Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too! Huh? Oh, it's a It looks like a magician's It was nice to— But what in the world? It's written like he's— If you say— Hey, you're finally awake! Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Hey, come on!
Hey, lazy bones! What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the production—
Sorry!
You...
Yep, we just...
Don't interrupt me when I'm...
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you. Working around these... Anyway, the Fortress of Meropide doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also doesn't want to waste the production potential...
Got it!
Your job is to use the machine over there to Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets... Here, take this. Bring me the process widgets, and I'll give you some credit coupons in exchange.
So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem. Once the widget is hot enough to blow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the hammer. You got this! Great! Now we can...
This one is... tolerable. Though, since the processing is done by machine, the product is all pretty much the same anyway. Alright, I'll pass you for now. And we'll count up how many credit coupons you've...
I'm on zip... he probably just... Lenny? Mr. Magician? Where are you? Oh, this had better not be some disappearing act. He doesn't seem to be around here. Let's try looking somewhere else. Where could he be? Did he decide to slack off and sleep the day away?
Hey, over here. Oh?
You little...
Sorry.
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really...
That's right. My brother simply can't...
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here.
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Now hurry up and tell us. How did you end up as criminals this time? We fought...
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident to attract a big...
And then?
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with...
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice.
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet. We just need to see how long it takes to discover them.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the performance went perfect.
Leave it to Lenny to magic himself into prison.
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely everything if you were angry about it. No more secrets. So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the House of the Hearth's interests don't conflict with yours at all. We were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
Told you so!
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard. Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here. Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's gnosis.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But
it was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's gnosis might be in the fortress of Meropide and is related to that secret.
So it's all about the gnosis again.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two?
Bingo! The maid has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came... Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Child's predicament as a means of pressuring you. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere. Almost like a bargaining.
sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve, and Snezhnaya might even be able to adjust its stance a bit.
Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation?
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. By the way, I have a suggestion. Why don't we, even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meropide. It would be more efficient for us to work. As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophesized crisis. You can trust us on that.
See, I told you.
Is that so?
Lenny seems to be thinking...
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since last week. Or, I should say, we were really...
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met. That's reasonable enough, and I agreed to cooperate on these terms as well. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right then, there's no time to lose. I have Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the fortress of Meropide has a forbidden zone. Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, we were able to confirm the existence of the Forbidden Zone from the guards. You should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where Child disappeared to?
You're good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating those as quickly as we can. Anyway, I hope you find our... Oh, look at the time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cap.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Oh, he wasn't kidding. Today's meal is nowhere near as good as last time. Oh, who knows how long it'll be until we're... forget it, but...
You think so, mate? If I had a coupon for every fish you said. Seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life up on the surface. If you take things at face value, then by the time you reach a dead end, you won't even know how you ended up on that road. I like your attitude. Like, everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules and not cause any trouble. But what they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The rules for being a prisoner. The truth is, this place has a lot of...
Huh?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them or not, once you break one, you might encounter something even...
Really?
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing would be one of the better outcomes.
Oh, you mean that if there really are hidden rules, then Childs, in that case, would you tell us some hidden...
Come on, mate. This is valuable.
Paimon understand...
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Just come talk to me after you've saved enough. Moreover, you're new fish, freshly caught, and completely out of your element. I'm usually around the rag and bone shop.
He left. Just like that. Huh. Do you think he's just trying to scare us into... Yeah. It might be a good place, but... Like... So Paimon just confirmed with the guards that our shift is set for every morning, and we're free to do whatever we want all afternoon. But it seems like most of the other inmates choose to continue working through the afternoon. Oh, and they also said that you can use coupons to skip work in the morning and free up your... They weren't kidding. Credit coupons really can't... You seem to have something on your mind. Did you dream about Oh, Child's vision! Maybe the vision connected Child's consciousness to yours. And our So what did you see in the dream? Do you know where Child went? Huh. What's more important now is that it's the start of another... What's the plan for today? Let's go! It's...
Look who decided to show up! Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a-wasting. Good, here you go. Remember to give me the...
Paimon's beat. But after so many shifts, it...
Hey there, fellow shift mates. I saw you finished your works.
Oh, hey there!
That's right. I've been working here.
Whoa, you've been working... Alright, Chief. We'll be sure to come to you first.
Did you just ask about... Pretty sharp for newcomers. You've already heard about the rules, huh? Who'd you hear it from? Alright. Seeing as I'm the one who came over, truth is, you two keep working like this, you might be putting yourselves in danger.
Huh? Wait, there's even...
Well, it's usually not that easy to break one on accident. The conditions of the hidden rules are usually pretty specific. But once you do break one, bad things happen. If you work continuously in the production zone for 3 days, and if all you do besides eating and sleeping is just work, then something bad will happen during lunch on the 3rd day.
Huh? Like what?
If I knew that, then I wouldn't be standing here talking.
You mean, even you have never...
There's actually a legend about this. They say that there was a worker who worked way harder than me. He was both efficient and eager on the job, and most other workers couldn't hold a candle to him. One time, he tried to test his limits and worked as long as he could. Then he disappeared into thin air, as if he'd evaporated. Later, some people went and asked some of his past friends about him, but they said, never heard?
What the... How could that happen?
Unfortunately, we were assigned different production zones. I never saw for myself.
Wait, are you thinking that it was... Huh?
Oh? You...
Yeah, I agree with Chief here. Do you really want to try? What is this garbage? What would you like to do this? But Paimon really...
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a waste. Good, here you go. Let me have a look. Not bad.
We look... What do you have put... Let's go!
Look who decided to show up. Get your butts in gear and get to work. Time's a... Oh? What's with suddenly wanting...
Sure. Let's just... Nice! We did well. Paimon! That's it. Paimon doesn't even have the energy to talk anymore. Paimon's exhausted. Wait a sec. Now that Paimon thinks about it, haven't we been working non-stop for 3 days now? And... oh, Paimon feels... but it doesn't seem like anything's changed at all. And we made it to the Are the so-called hidden rules only a rumor after all? Well... Paimon wonders... wait! What? What in the world is that? Is this stuff... meat? But it looks and feels so What do you think is going on? Is this the bad thing that Rowan was talking about? No, stop right there, Paimon gets what you mean. Hey, isn't that Woolsey over there? Hey, Woolsey, have a moment?
What is it? I'm about to go report the numbers for today's free meal, so you'd better make it quick. The meat?
How could this be? What should we do now? Woolsey wouldn't even give us the yeah. What would you like to do this afternoon? Yeah.
Oh!
No need to be...
Sorry. I couldn't help but think of... oh, it's hard to say.
Wait.
Oh, I'm always indecisive. What? Please, don't...
Hey! It's the Traveler and... Listen, I feel ashamed about last time.
Huh?
But when I was come on, I insist.
Siege Wing? Hello, Traveler. Everyone's usually... enjoy? It's really worth watching. Are you talking about pets or... Oh, I can see why you think that, but you shouldn't jump. See, we Melazines are a different species, and we see the world very differently from humans. It's very easy for me to observe everyone's condition. Wait, Melazines can see that? Yes, running around tending to take care of your body and make sure you eat well. We'll definitely take care of ourselves. Rowan?
Oh,
Oh, you mean she...
yeah. The rumors say that there's never anybody in the infirmary in the half hour before lunch, and nobody knows where C...
Hey, look! There's something... That suspicious guy peeking into the infirmary just... He must have dropped this. The Melusine perceived the world very different as a result... Whoa. This all sounds pretty serious. He sure did his homework. And as for the note...
Oh, wonderful. I was worried that you'd be busy trying to earn reward coupons all the time, but it seems like you haven't neglected your...
Paimon likes having more coupons, but no one... Have you also been investing?
No, I was just slacking off, and you happened to catch me. My brother is still obsessed with anything remotely related to the Forbidden Zone. But, oh, before I forget...
Huh? Credit coupons?
I've been here longer than you. Coupons aren't a resource in particularly short supply. What is in short supply are interesting people.
Aw, that's so nice. You and I... Oh, you want to stop in the... Okay, you should... So after working a few days straight, we got some strange... Has our investigation turned up anything useful recently? Really? Well... The dawn of a new... What do you have planned? After working here so... But doing the same... Yeah. What is this garbage? What would you like to do the... Sure, if we're...
Oh, you must be the Traveler, huh? Sorry, mate, but competitors as strong as you are prohibited from participating. I don't make the rules, mind you, but I was given very specific instructions. Even convicts value their lives, don't they? I hope you can understand. But we have a game here that'll let you show off your strength, and you'll even earn some credit coupons.
And if we lose the game...
Of course. That's the cruel reality facing every competitor in a place like the Pancration. Okay, great. The targets in front of you will pop up one after another. You'll need to hit the targets in the same order that they popped up. But the second you mess up the order, you'll lose. The game costs 300 credit coupons. Thanks for your patronage.
Okay, do your best to hit the targets, just like Colin said!
Your strength really shouldn't be underestimated. Now I get why you're nobody who values their life would be willing to get in the ring with you. However, you two haven't tried betting on the outcome of a Just go talk to Rusama.
But...
That's normal.
He's got a point. Why don't we give it a try? If we...
Bet at random.
Huh? We shouldn't get too...
What? I never even picked a boxer before, and you already know... might as well tell... Besides, I don't want to risk ever Okay. The hidden rule here is, if you buy both boxers' tickets and support them both, something bad will happen the next morning.
So the rule is that we shouldn't pick both... And what do you mean?
How would I know? Not like I'm... But I've heard a story. According to the rumor, there was a masked boxer who possessed incredible skill. However, in the final match, the organizers told him to take off his mask. He refused and never showed up to... And after that, in his eyes...
So you mean it's like a curse?
No, he was always wearing a mask, like he was intentionally...
Traveler, do you think that boxer was... Huh?
You're not... Look, here I was...
Yeah, it sounds pretty scary to Paimon.
Betting on both fighters will set you back about 3,000 credit coupons.
Seems we had a productive... Oh, Paimon doesn't want to get up. What do you have planned for... After working here, but doing this... Yeah. Oh, just a regular meal. What would you like to do this? Maybe we'll be able to...
Are you two here to buy tickets?
Who are the boxers in...
We have the reigning champ, Le Grappler, versus a contender from the Eastern...
Are those their nick...
Since you're new around here, I'll help you out and give you a little suggestion. Even though Le Grappler is the crowd... Anyway, this match... I can tell you're new to this. Maybe you don't quite understand the rules, no?
Oh,
All right then.
yeah. Oh, looks like we won't get a chance to sleep in as long as...
Hey, Traveler, Paimon. Package here for you. The next time you buy something, go pick it up yourself. I'm not a
Huh? A package? For us? Did you buy something, Traveler? Paimon's not quite awake yet, so why don't you go take a look? All right! Yesterday we broke the hidden rule and bought tickets for both boxers. Oh, maybe this package is the bad thing that Colin said. Paimon suddenly feels wide awake. Wait, maybe let Paimon go hide somewhere first. Just call... Hey, wait! Paimon's still here! Don't open it! Huh? Oh, it's just a small bottle. But the color of the liquid inside looks so wrong. Almost like... Alright, that's enough of that. No need to say it out loud. Paimon already knows what you're trying to say. Ugh, no way. Get that stuff away from Paimon. Paimon thinks we should... What do you have planned for us? Though it feels nice to slack... Who are you?
I'm not!
Then...
I'm a promoter for fun.
Oh, a promoter from Fontico. So what kind of problem do...
I'm so up after discussing the company's promotional plans with... However, in light of our long history... let me take a moment and recall his exact words. I'm just gonna stop you there. It seems you don't fully understand the value of credit coupons here, nor do you understand the But as for the latter, only... anyway, that...
what?
Fine. Hey,
Well, then...
So it is real.
Paimon's not sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you two don't seem to have changed at all. But I wouldn't let your... Still, I didn't expect you would actually do it.
Even if we bought tickets like everybody else, it's not like we could hope to... When it comes to things like this, it's always the organizer who...
Hey, just what are you trying to imply? The Pancration Ring is an honest business, and we really don't make much from selling tickets. We make so little that even the current tournaments can only be held thanks to funding from the producer of Fanta.
Oh, so it's the company that manufactures...
Let's just say it's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Show me what you got.
Hey, what are these pages? Maybe not. Every page has the font to okay. Oh, you're right. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Let Paimon have a look here. Without assistance from the Fontaine research, we have no choice. We have decided. Sure doesn't seem like it. Let's put these papers back where. Alright. Oh, just a regular meal set. What would you like to do? After working here so long, we're really but doing the same thing all the time. Yeah, it's... A mysterious box? A bottle of crimson liquid? Do you have any ideas, Traveler? Really? Well... Okay, so we'd better pick up the pace with our investigation, otherwise we'll never get anywhere. Yeah, let's... Isn't that Vidoc over there?
Ah. Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit. Impressed.
So, now can you tell...
If that's what you want to know, I guess you couldn't have...
Huh? What do you mean?
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone. I wouldn't...
We get it, just...
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever, ever go near them at night. Even if you manage to avoid the guards, you might find something even more...
Something even more terrible?
A group.
Cannibals?
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here. But what's even scarier is that they have a special proclivity. Since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains, they have ways to transform them into other forms. And keep them in the...
Paimon might already know...
You two look pretty skeptical. I've got things to do too.
Traveler, can we just trust him on this one? Oh, so that's how you see the situation. When will all... Vidoc isn't here.
Just
What? What are you saying? You...
What are you talking about?
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us. But if they're being... Oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Paimon. So you mean... Hello, Fielding.
What do you want?
We just want to... Have you ever discovered anything odd during...
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happens at night isn't your concern.
Well...
Really? I see. And now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before.
So...
They just conduct regular cleaning of the fortress's drainage facilities. There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month.
Oh, okay. Then...
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything funny, though. Even if I'm not on duty tonight, someone will still be watching you.
Don't worry, we don't... Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he meant? Right, both are... Paimon knew you... I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight, so it's the perfect... Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already? Traveler, come on, wake up! Oh, it looked like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon. Really? So we're finally... Okay, well it's... Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us! This should be the place.
I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here.
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody.
What'd you say? Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us.
Hey, what's the point of all those...
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories and act like you never saw...
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea. So, did he have you come here?
Oh, so you're Child's crew here?
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he...
Wow, those dreams of yours...
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him a heart. But here in the fortress, he was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the pancreation. You could always see how amazing he was. So eventually...
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard, and as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work, and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near, but...
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an but Boss still insisted on going in, so we told him, and that if he wanted to...
So you come and...
Yeah.
Is it
Nothing could ever defeat...
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming.
Alright. Keep quiet and follow us.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible. Boss left by going down from here. It, wasn't... Later, we came back, hoping to have a look. It's impossible...
Do you think Child got...
Not likely. We all know that Boss...
Really?
It's getting late.
Yeah, When you said you knew... Why is Child like this? Fortunately, though, now that we can finally relax... It's morning already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep. Huh? Wait, look over there! It's one of Linny's cards! What Paimon's... Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes... It's been a while... Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the... From the sound of it, Linny's...
Pardon my indiscretion.
Look! There are some people talking over there!
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all about...
Hey, speak for yourself.
Oh, you think...
I don't...
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world...
What kind of filthy bilgewater... Listen, think, who wants to live in the...
And what makes you...
Whoa. Sounds like they're real... Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone... That's true.
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
there's a group of people.
So I said...
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking...
What's the matter?
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by...
Little
I'm Cuisto, and this is Lavaroon.
So...
No. You don't get it. Whoa. Well...
I don't mind the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right.
Is that so?
Oh.
Since you like my cooking, Listen, kids. You've already met the one person...
Those who have the...
I know who you mean.
But did you know?
I don't care if you... Speaking of which, the last...
You mean he hit a woman?
But that Lorvine...
Wait a second.
Do you think... Could it be that... They're secretly me...
After all...
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG?
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with... all right.
But why would you be...
Whether you... There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, sure.
Great!
I thought you would have all...
Why don't you pick?
All right. Have you heard anything, did you... Yeah, so you've already... I heard that they used...
Good to know.
Let me... Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meropide?
Huh?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though? To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? A forbidden zone?
It's just a rumor we've been...
Anything else?
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially... Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find... Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up.
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. Honestly, I'm far more impressed. Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child, and if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to...
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capability. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too. Oh, and there's just one last... Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the...
What do you want us to do?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier. Investigate the internal structure, but also there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always...
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll...
Let's go our separate ways.
Hey, stay here for now. There seem to be some...
Right. I feel like it's not impossible.
So, it's a bit hard to understand them for being... Oh... Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before... The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed, freezing limbs, twitching... Let me take a look. Please. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our work. Eh? Oh, that... I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press... And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there's... What about here? Does this hurt? Oh. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. So that's what it is. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform her. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
she hopped away.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really.
If Miss sees you...
But it...
well...
What do you mean that's true? Though they may have committed crime...
Yeah.
That's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every one... You could...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please.
Please allow me.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessive...
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm
You?
I'll accompany you two for a while. No.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this... Miss Levine... Yellow, huh? I understand.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't... Alright then. Is there anything we... No, her base cause... Got it! Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places together. Oh, so you're the best. You're awake. How do you feel? You slept for... Well, now you can go back. Thank you, Miss Sijuin. Are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the... No, but you... Paimon talked with... Whoa! You... Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Vinny!
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just...
That's good. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the
Wait, why is she getting a...
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from... Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the...
So that's what Lynette thinks.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then...
Is now really a...
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well. Also, I'm her brother, remember?
Okay, then...
Lynette should be... strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette unless...
Let's see if there are...
Okay. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must...
She would have... Which means... Wait, this... The space behind it is empty. Could Lynette have tried to get in... Let's look around here for some more clues.
There are some books. These sure are some interesting books. She even has books. Hey, you guys, there's a slip of...
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect...
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me!
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the...
Yes. That is a crucial question. Wriothesley. He doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very... You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Don't panic, just think everything... Wait, you're right. Wait, the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Wriothesley have let him go...
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave?
So he's challenging me. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible...
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. Don't be like...
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible...
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler...
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require
Is that so?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once... Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
What a delightful... Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Wait! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a...
What did you do to my...
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some...
Stop joking around! Where did you take my...
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Maybe she'll appear behind you right...
Is he trying to... You knew we were... As for Fremine...
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meropide is a pretty pleasant place.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate.
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really...
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think...
Wait, you locked him outside and...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star dad.
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meropide, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well,
so,
some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parent. I've heard that the bonds between...
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meropide?
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how...
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here.
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how...
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's Dr. Lenny, can you at least—
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I've been told that the infirmary is always... The Fonta promoter has been struggling. We often see Miss Sijuin observe... Fonta's internal reports suggest... The research note said that the Melusine... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't I've been told that the infirmary... We often see Miss Sijuin... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because...
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, she often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn them. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern, Sijuin has... Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the recipients. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight.
I've been told that the infirmary is... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an We often see Miss Sijuin... According to Collins, the Fonta promoter has been struck... Fonta's internal reports suggest that there's... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. The research note said that the We often see Miss Sijuin observing the... I've been told that the infirmary... We often see Miss Sijuin... The Fonta promoter has been... Fonta's internal report... We often see Miss Sijuin... The research note said that... Fonta's internal report...
Paimon gets that hidden rule of the Pancration. People get scared when they see... But really, a blood... The company, they came to the Duke knowing how valuable... And so...
I acknowledge. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought is, you'll pay... Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you...
It was nothing, Your Grace. See? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional.
See... Lane...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of... But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lenny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. His Grace knows it too, right?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes. What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarissa.
Lemonade.
What's going on? What is Clarisse doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the...
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup.
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything...
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordials... I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to...
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved 2.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were...
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made—
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Lenny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
My hands and—
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh. Remine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift...
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us? The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break.
He's awake.
We're all here.
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meropide. How do you feel?
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Master Child probably dived in. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's... No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following...
That's...
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress.
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for...
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to...
You should ask His Grace about that. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. What?
No. Please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave.
Understood.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The travel...
Thank you.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition...
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss...
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarande. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam.
All right.
Well, want to
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can no. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow harbingers. I'm also quite curious about where that harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just...
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meropide is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former...
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself?
Oh, right! Paimon wanted to ask...
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you...
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that bad?
Yeah, Paimon really wants...
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten Stand on the...
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping...
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not...
Huh. So there's a switch?
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a... I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to... The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, the temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely... Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising. Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. If this continues, soon it will no longer... Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the...
But that's just too weird!
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated... It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove that the criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became... And with that... But as time went on, once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered soul... After many... Now and again, researchers...
But now you know every part of it.
Indeed. It's just as the To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophet. Prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell us...
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin? Oh, good. Edwin's main area...
You want to
what a lovely idea.
Gotta admit, untempted as...
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my...
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work?
Your Grace!
If I dated her, I'd have...
Jeez. Follow me.
Whoa! There's another door that goes right up!
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do it.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool!
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands.
There's a ship in this story.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope...
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to... So the moment I began to speculate that the Primordial Sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legend?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the... Were the workers to find out as the fortress's administrator? Alright, that's enough talking for now. Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here for...
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for...
Great.
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so...
Actually, now that you mention it, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even...
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah,
I really can't make sense of this.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to...
Yeah, he explained it.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took...
Nobody else is...
Alright, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of...
Whoa!
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of... As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the... Thanks so much. If Risley does... that can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what...
The sea will engulf everyone.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the 3 of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it...
why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you... as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too!
No problem.
So delicious. Paimon's so
feeling full yet? How's the
delicious?
I'm Sejuine? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care.
You're really good at...
Really? You're...
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley?
Oh, that. I just asked his grade. Thankfully, although the path was blocked. Oh, and I was
You were all super considerate and really fun.
It's just what we do. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often, too. I feel like he'd like it here. Get a good night's rest.
Paimon's super... delicious.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone... No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey! What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye!
Hey! What? What's wrong with these people?
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
We're still in Lavaroon. Do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. Lafaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count.
Wait, weren't you the one who... Hey! Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get...
Oh no. It can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey! What?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Huh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run. 3, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and will do.
Look! There are a ton of Are you two the Traveler in Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests.
Of course, of course.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with I wonder how he's doing nowadays.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked... certainly...
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Shot against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined... Coming from you, that...
but I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier, as...
Well, in any case, there's no need to...
Oh. And...
Because we...
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
The fortress of Meropide lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof? Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the content...
Hold on.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't quite understand.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. The tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right.
Let me guess. We're safe.
Indeed.
I win this bet.
Very well. It was...
You made a bet.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearances' sake.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by...
So what gift must the loser give?
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure...
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld.
No need to stay here if you have a press...
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I must say, Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally...
What are you trying...
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also, yet, here you are. The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. But you...
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time and self-indulge.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be Oh, great Hydra.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look... Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long...
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we...
My machinations are just like the prophecy is...
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond... Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such...
Oh.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be— Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuvillet.
Yeah, yes.
Of course I will. Although, I must— Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take it? You too.
Thank you. Oh.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake— it is getting late.
Very well. Will—
Mind seeing me off, Traveler?
Paimon's coming too.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your—
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meropide. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you.
They've all been working—
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's— By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, you are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared—
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has— Forget it. He did give— I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any prep—
No need. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to—
My goal is just— Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by— In fact, this—
Who are you?
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came not long after. There's no doubt that there's something wrong. I have to find—
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the fortress—
Probably the handiwork— I'm afraid this is a good— set up a meeting for me. I would like to— Oh, and I have an addition—
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse— The initiative belongs— You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from—
You would—
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, Even Farina herself is still pretending that... I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as... Of course, that is all just how I feel. It is, however. Don't you think Fontaine is quite Ultimately, though, one must survive. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly.
Neuvillette?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected, the knave has turned up the permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then...
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history, and now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh? Why is it...
You may be closer to the truth than...
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not be...
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right?
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. There's still something Paimon...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you...
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our... In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the problem.
Oh.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient...
Please go right ahead. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Clear skies can do nothing. Add astro...
Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.